I've been thinking about this question, what is the most elegant multi-tool in my collection or that you can get in 2023? And I think a lot of people would think about the Leatherman Charge. This is a Leatherman Wave Plus, very similar to it. Or perhaps they would think about the Leatherman P4, which is a very nice tool as well. Now, if we think about SOG, I think the Power Access Deluxe is sort of that middle ground where it's a nice tool to have on hand as well. Unfortunately, this doesn't have a pocket clip, but there is the Power just Access without the Deluxe. Now with Gerber, I think we would have to reach back in time and I would pull out my Gerber Flick. The problem with that is the short blades for the screwdrivers and can opener, but it did have some nice functions as well. And it seemed like Gerber for a time was trying to go a little bit more upscale, and then they went back to more just selling for the trades. Now, the most elegant multi-tool I would pick up, I believe, would be the Victorinox Spirit. Now, this is one of the early models, and you can tell by what's written on the knife blade. As far as I know, I was reading that's sort of how you date these, and this is going to be the Victorinox Swiss-made stainless. So I think, from what I understand, this is around the 2009-2010 era, somewhere around there. And this is going to be, this will be fairly old now, so fairly old. Now, the Victorinox Spirit is an excellent tool for several reasons, but one of them is it's just made so well. So even though this tool has been used and abused, I bought this used, it still holds up really, really well. So when you open the tools, you can just tell that it's not loose, they're all tight, they're well made. You've got the scissors on this side, you have the screwdriver right here, the smaller screwdriver, you have the Phillips screwdriver as well, and then on this side you have the can opener and then also the file. So all these are on that side, and then on this side we have the blade, which will be replaced in a couple years. Victorinox will replace this after releasing this tool to a more standard size blade. This is more called the butter knife blade, if I remember correctly. And this will be a combo blade. Then we have the screwdriver, and I believe Victorinox also labels this as a pry bar of sorts. The bottle cap lifter, the wire bender. We've got the awl, and the awl has this little feature where it's actually got a loop to loop on a wire and pull it through if you need to. There's the saw, and then also the chisel. And the chisel is unique. You've got the wire scraper, you've got the wire stripper, the wire cutter, of course, is in the pliers. But then you also have this chisel and scraper feature on the end, which is very unique. You don't always see that on multi-tools, and especially on these multi-tools, you don't always see this indent for the scraper and chisel part. Leatherman seems to have sort of tried to copy that a little bit in some of its free series, but it's going to be a little bit different. And then once we close these tools up, and one of the great things about this tool is they are outside opening as well. For years they have been. So Victorinox, from what I understand, got that from Behr & Sons Cutlery. They sort of got the patent from that after I think they bought the company out, and then maybe they sold it. I can't quite remember. Then we have a very nice set of pliers, and these will not be needle nose. They will not exactly be blunt, but they're just sort of in between. So they just give a lot of confidence. These feel very, very solid. So if you are one of those people that has been disappointed in multi-tools over the past, I would very highly recommend the Victorinox Spirit. Of course, you've got the lock, and in some places that will not be beneficial. But if that is not something that's an issue, having a lock on the multi-tool, then this is one of the best medium-sized multi-tools you can own. Now this comes in at 7.4 ounces, and that's something that really drew me to this tool because it's actually lighter than the Leatherman Wave, I think by about an ounce. And It obviously has a lock, it's got the outside opening tools. Now you can get a pocket clip for it, and in the latest version, you also have the one-hand opening knife, which is pretty neat as well. So all these make for just a really, really great multi-tool. If you want to get the most elegant multi-tool, get the Victorinox Spirit. See you in the next video.